A really interesting story on an end of an era, and a paperboy whom you met who just lost his first ever job, Judy.
That's right, Heather. So many Canadians can relate to this, the fact that this first job of theirs was a paper carrier. I met 12-year-old Sebastian Tubb. He is delivering his final round of papers this week. He works for the Ottawa Community News. This is one of 37 community newspapers that were shut down after Torstar and Post Media swapped media properties, only to shut them down as a business decision. Now, I can tell you that for Sebastian Tubb, every week he goes out with his green wagon. He delivers 200 papers. It only pays him $11 a week, but he's been able to use the money to buy a computer. But it's not about the money for his father. This job meant a lot more because it's about the experience. Take a listen to Neil Tubb.
I think it taught him self-discipline because he comes home and no matter what the weather on those days, he's really got to get it done. We're not going to do it for him. And so it was great to see the wheels turning in his head and how he had to put on his jacket and get out there and do it. And the sort of pride that when he got home and he got it done. And it was great. After a few weeks, we didn't have to remind him. He just started doing it. So I think he learned a lot of that.
Sebastian Tubb will make his final delivery on Thursday with the last edition of the Ottawa Community News.
Oh my goodness, this is touching, Judy. I mean, and Sebastian's story is certainly not an isolated one as we talk more and more about newspaper closures right across the country. So is this the end of the paper carrier?
Well, it's interesting, Heather. Here in Ottawa, there are 8 community newspapers that are folding, and these 8 community newspapers employ about 1,000 paper carriers. More than half are kids under the age of 16. And I can tell you, even though there are plans to bring at least 2 of them back, they are either online or will be delivered over mailboxes by Canada Post.
Alas. Judy, thanks very much for this. Judy
You're
Trent
welcome.
with me in Ottawa this morning.